Nothing could spoil the happiness of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. Or so it seemed. But there was one person who was plotting to spoil all that God had made. He was Satan, the enemy of God, who hated all that was good and lovely. One day, the snake, who was the most cunning of all the creatures in the garden, whispered to Eve, "Did God really say that you must not eat any of the fruit from these lovely trees?" "Of course not," Eve replied. "We can eat all the fruit we want except for just that one tree over there. God says that we must not eat that fruit, for if we do we shall die." "That's not true," the snake said, softly. "God knows that if you eat that fruit you will be as wise and clever as He is. That is why He has told you not to." Eve looked with new eyes at the luscious fruit that hung in clusters from the forbidden tree. How lovely it looked! She imagined how good it would taste. Then she thought how wonderful it would be to become as wise as the snake had promised. Then, her mind made up, she quickly picked one of the tempting fruits, bit into it and handed it to Adam to try too. But instead of feeling clever and wise, they both felt miserable and ashamed. They had disobeyed the wise and loving God who was their creator and their friend. When evening came, they did not hurry out to meet God. They were ashamed because they had disobeyed Him. They picked some large leaves to try to cover their bodies, and then hid silently in the bushes. Every other evening they had eagerly waited for God's loving call. Now they listened in fear for the well-known sound of God's voice. At last they heard Him. "Where are you, Adam?" God called. With downcast eyes, they crept out to meet the God they no longer wanted to see.